have you brought me here, William?
We always come here.
Yes, as a family.
Well, we're still a family, Jane. Well, we are.
A family of one?
What do you mean? Jane and May are playing happily over there, and you and I are sharing a picnic and pleasantly talking.
Talking?
Well, what else would you call it? Would you like some pork pie?
I hate pork pie. I always hated pork pie.
Oh, have you?
Oh, William, what is the point of this? I'm terribly busy. The girls should be at school, and you should be with Edward managing the company.
Company be damned, just for the day. Why do your eyes look so cast down?
They do not.
They do. Even in Rossetti's paintings, they look cast down.
Gabriel paints me as he wants me to look.
Yes. Miserable.
Girls, leave the dear alone. Please.
Has being married to you made you so miserable, Jane?
William, I don't wish to discuss this.
Such a shame.
What is?
We used to share the same ideals, the same thoughts.
That was a long time ago.
We were like two peas in a pod. You really think?
No.
The hill looks beautiful in the summer. I used to think that one day Broadway Hill would reunite us. That the blade of its grass would make you love me again.
Ridiculous.
Why is it?
I told you, William. I don't wish to discuss this now.
We used to read poems to each other endlessly.
Yes, your poems.
But well, who else's poems would I read to you? They were good poems, Jane. You said so yourself.
Please, William. I would just like for us to have a nice time. The girls too.
I don't know.
William, I did love you.
Yes, but where did it all go wrong? But you never told me.
I can't explain that.
Why
Not
not?
here, not now.
Well, that's not very helpful.
It's the best that I can do.
It's Gabriel. It must be Gabriel.
Forget Gabriel.
Well, then what is it? I mean, where did it go wrong?
If you must know, it's when the practical in you overcame the romantic.
What do you mean?
When the craftsman took precedence over the poet.
Well, it had to. Otherwise there will be no food on the table. Is that it? Is that really it, Janie? Is that it?
Please, don't call me that.
I've always called you Janie. Rossetti calls you Janie too.
Leave Gabriel out of this.
It's not fair. You can't blame me for wanting to provide for my family. It's not fair.
Who is your family, William? Who?
I've always done my best for you. With the business. I've even dedicated some of my best work to you.
You never told me that.
Would it have made any difference to you? With Rossetti taking your attention all the time. He's like a leech, that man, sucking the blood out of our marriage.
We don't have a marriage, William. We never have.
Yes, we do, Jane, we do.
No, William, it's been like hell on earth.
You can be so brutal sometimes.
And you can be so kind.
Oh, the girls haven't eaten yet. I'll take them something.
Dearest, I've tried to be a good wife.
Dearest, what a joke that is. We all know who is most dear to you.
Gabriel is not well. You know that.
Is it my fault that he's had a breakdown and is addicted to whiskey and laudanum?
He needs comfort. He has no one else.
And who do I need, Jane? Tell me, who do I need?
You have Edward. He's been your best friend for years.
I'm sorry that you lost a poet in you, Jane. To me it was always there. I never thought you had.
I'm sorry, William. Truly, truly sorry.
Quiet, the hero's bones lie beneath the quivering grasses and the dusky heath. All my own work, that, you know. You can look it up.
It's from your life and death of Jason. I don't need to look it up.
Bravo!
Be kind to the children, William. There we are.
That's another thing I must learn. Plucking.
Whatever for?
Well, it's one thing my mother never taught me.
I could teach you plucking.
Could you?
Sure. You'll be a proper country girl by the time I finish with you. I could teach you how to shoot too.
No, you know I hate it.
It's all right, mate. I'll shoot 'em. You pluck 'em.
My father
Right.
hates shooting, but I think if he pleased us by looking after Kelmscott the way we do.
It's a pity there's not more men like your father nowadays.
Yeah, he was a real poet. When Jenny and I were children, he would say that the Kelmscott earth sang to him when he walked upon it.
Why would he say that?
Here, let me help you.
Well, you can try this one. My father was a bit of a poet too, you know.
Was he?
Yes, he liked to make up rhymes on the spur of the moment.
Can you remember one?
Yes, but not all of it. Once we were out walking, and we saw this sheep lying in the field with its legs facing upward on a slope. Poor thing couldn't move.
And he wrote a poem about it.
What was it now? Sheep upside down, do not frown, we will give you succour. It won't be long before you're gambolling along, like a lively little fucker.
I'm sure he never used that word.
Oh, that plenty more.
Despite your liberties of language, I do enjoy talking to you, Mary Locke.
And I do, May Morris.
But sometimes I fear you'll lead me astray. Oh, the fairer the better, I say. This bird's dry now.
Was your father happier?
Not always, no. It's hard for great men to be happy.
If I were a man, I'd be unhappy if a friend stole my wife from me.
It wasn't quite like that.
No? How was it then?
Well, Mr. Rossetti loved my mother and she him.
Love. Who'd have it, eh? Anyhow, it may take a while for you to shift the misery from this place.
Yeah, perhaps. But I'm glad you're here to help me.
Are you?
Yes.
Well, I've only been here 2 months now, and usually folk would have had enough of me by now.
Well, not I.
I'm glad. The Kelmscott earth sings to me too, you know.
Is it?
The birds, the trees, called out as I shot these birds. Hurrah! Get rid of them! They're shitting on us!
How am I going to get the coarseness out of you?
Never.
Oh, but since my divorce from Henry, I don't think I've ever been so happy.
I'm glad. It's strange you should divorce because Mr. Shore came back into your life. You and George Bernard Shore.
Who would have thought it? Thought what?
Well, that you might have married him instead.
Oh, that was never on Mr. Shore's mind. Twice he came into my life, and twice he left it. After the last time, poor Henry divorced me.
Man, so fickle.
But I'm pleased your father was a poet.
If you've got talent, show it off.
Indeed. My father was a showman too. A real firebrand of a showman.
Energy, energy, I must have more energy. From whom? From everyone. Production is slacking, and if we don't have more production, then the company will not be saved. I need more energy.
William, I don't see how we can work any better or faster.
That's always your attitude, isn't it, Ken? It can't be done. Seek from every pore of your being.
That's an evil thing to say.
Well, it's no more than the facts. And if you got your hands dirty with the rest of us once in a while, maybe you would sell a few more paintings.
That argument is illogical.
Well, I'm an illogical man, or haven't you heard?
Please calm down.
I am calm. I make a virtue out of being calm.
Well, it doesn't seem that way.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ned, I'm sorry. I shouldn't take it out on you.
No, you shouldn't.
It's just that I'm at a loss as to know what to do. I mean, together we formed the most dynamic furnishings company for decades, and now some of our partners want to quit.
Well, you can't blame them.
But why?
Because you're becoming more and more unreasonable.
But unreasonable? Is it unreasonable to want to produce the best?
It isn't.
Well then, what is the problem?
It's how you produce the best. You've always been so amiable with everyone. Board, the workforce, everyone.
Not changed that much.
Yes, you have. What is it, William? What's bothering you? Is it Rossetti and Jane again? Speak, man.
Yes, of course it is.
So why are you pressing all of us to make more effort when you make no such requirement on Rossetti?
Because he is not a businessman.
Well, neither am I. Yet you still demand more of me than you do of him.
Oh, Ned, we've been friends for years, the three of us. Why has the march of time caused us to separate?
Nature, William, human nature.
That's why I'm so much happier in the great outdoors. No such turmoil there.
I think you'll find there is, old friend. Have you ever seen a crow eat the eyes out of a newborn lamb?
I'm at a loss as to know what to do. The company will fail if we don't do something.
Then cut the workforce.
I can't do that.
You may have to.
They're family.
Families fall out. When things improve, you can welcome them back.
Yes, if they want to come back.
Of course they will. You're William Morris, the brightest, fairest man in England. World, probably.
What should I do about Jane?
That, I fear, we will have to leave to nature.
Very well. So be it. Right. Here is a list of things that need to be taken care of. It's not complicated. This is a schedule for the lawyers. This is a list of dyers and a list of makers of specialist materials.
Take heart, William. We'll get through this. You'll see.
My heart is breaking, Ned. I can feel it.
When matters have improved, take a boat to Iceland. I'll look after things. Iceland always revives you.
I can't think of that now.
Well, I can be businesslike too, you know. Take care of the logistics.
Logistics? What sort of language is that coming from you, Ned?
Artists are soldiers. We just wear a different uniform.
Artists? Uniforms? Oh, shit. Oh, you do make me laugh, Ned. You do cheer me up.
That's better.
Soldiers of the march, here's to victory.
To victory.
When this is over, Ned, I promise I will take the first boat to Iceland.
Cure your wounded heart, eh, old chap?
Yes, cure my wounded heart. But for now, we energize.
He's always so lively.
You're a chip off the old Morris wood block.
What do you mean?
You're always tearing around trying to get things done.
Mary, I do not tear around.
Sometimes I wish I had a greater sense of urgency.
I think there's Ben's may disagree with you.
Well, shooting's different. It teaches you to live on your wits. Any delay in pulling the trigger, the moment is lost.
Well, I hope I never have such a moment.
I heard some news today.
Oh, what news?
The youngest Eldridge lad is coming home on leave.
Walter, that is good news.
Safe from Flanders fields.
His parents will be pleased, having lost 2 sons already.
You used to be quite sweet on him, didn't you?
What do you mean, sweet? Everybody loved Walter.
Well, I was told he only had to smile and women would fall at his feet.
Who told you that?
Oh, folk in the village.
You don't take any notice of them.
People say he was sweet on you before he went to war.
Did they?
Yes,
And do you believe them?
naturally.
At over 55 years old, Mary, what would a young man want with me?
Quite a lot, I would say.
I'll bet I know who the gossip was.
Who?
Mrs. Don't you dare sniff at my rosebush milk yacht.
Close.
Her next door neighbour, Colonel Standoff.
Standish. It's Colonel Standish.
Was it him?
No. It was your good friend, Marjorie Lacey.
She's no friend of mine. I'd appreciate it if you didn't listen to idle tongues.
They talk about us too, you know.
Do they? Why?
We're 2 women living together. Some people find it a bit odd.
Well, why should they? We're good friends.
Yes, but what can you do? I think the best way to deal with it is to make friends with the gossips. That way they can't snipe at us behind our backs.
In my experience, people gossip anyway, especially when their friend's backs are turned. I'd rather didn't listen to these people at all.
It's time to check on those birds again. It's been a week since I shot them. Time flies when you have fun.
Walter, how wonderful to see you.
Miss Morris,
Welcome, I heard you were coming home.
just for a few weeks.
Oh, I'm so sorry about George and Samuel.
Yes, but they died bravely, so we've been told.
Your mother must be so relieved to have you home.
Is Miss Lorin?
Mary, yes, have you met her?
No, not yet. I've heard a lot about her, though.
All good things, I hope.
Mainly,
Are you hungry?
famished.
You must join us. Oh, Mary, this is Walter. He's going to have tea with us.
I'm pleased to meet you, Master Eldridge.
Lieutenant Aldridge, if you please.
Oh, apologies. Miss Mary Love, at your service.
Mary's from Cornwall.
Which part?
Plessy Park.
Before I prepare tea, I need to feed the goats. Keep all to company, Mary, please.
You know Miss Morris long?
Oh, just a few months.
How do you find Camscott?
Oh, lovely. I don't miss the sea, though.
That's understandable.
Oh, I'm beginning to enjoy your countryside, though.
How did you get it from Cornwall?
Shag's pony, mostly, or whoever could give me a ride in their motor car.
What do you do?
Work around the farm.
Have you always done farm work?
Oh, until someone disagrees with me. When I arrived in Kelmscott, I was hired by a local farmer to mend farm machinery. Well, then he fired me. So I came here. Uniform looks nice.
It itches a bit.
I suppose you're wondering why I'm wearing men's corduroys.
It did cross my mind.
Comfort. I'm just as comfortable with a gun. Do you want to see it?
Oh, no, thank you. I've seen enough of guns of late.
May don't like 'em either. She could be a bit of a wild one, though. Don't let that genteel exterior fool you.
I can't imagine Miss Morris being wild.
You'd be wrong. Some people think I'm a bit wild, too.
Do they?
Oh, yes. Like a Cornish Amazon. Walter, does your father write to you?
Sometimes. Why?
I asked him to.
You asked him.
Well, I came round to help with the lambing, and he said you were writing to him, but he didn't know how to respond. I said, just pick up a pen and write back.
Mary, that... You shouldn't have.
Why not? Someone had to get the croquet ball rolling.
My father does not play croquet.
We've developed a good understanding, your father and I,
Well, have you? He hardly ever talks to me.
which is why I asked him to write. Actually, I didn't ask him, I told him.
I'm sure he appreciated that.
Yes, he did. He likes his walks, does your father. He outstripped me with his great long legs.
Ah, that's the army for you. Nothing like a good march. Thank you for asking me to write to me.
Oh, my pleasure. I enjoy telling them what to do.
For my father, that would be a new experience.
Fathers can be strange beasts, can't they?
Indeed they can.
They tolerate so much, and then they snap.
I try not to antagonise mine.
Well, that's the goats then. Now, let's have some tea.
Just a little to the right. Perfect.
Not another one, Gabriel. Can't you paint anything else?
Good morning, William.
Her hair isn't quite as thick as the last one.
Help yourself to some whiskey.
No, thank you. You know I don't drink at this time of the day.
Hemlock, then.
What?
Head a little more to the left, please, Jane.
You know, when you and I first rented Comstock together, It was on the understanding that we would both work here. Do you remember?
And very well, it has done too.
Yes, well, the last thing I expected was that you would monopolise it.
Monopolize? Do I monopolize?
Yes, you do.
Fascinating.
Rather than using your exquisite talent to paint more diverse subjects, you insist on painting endless portraits of my wife.
There's no end to beauty, William. You should know that.
Don't steal my best lines, Gabriel.
Beauty is everything. That's what he said to me.
All I'm saying is that I wish you would paint something different.
Jane is my muse and forever shall be so.
Yes, well, not for very much longer, I'm afraid. Our company is about to hit the rocks, and it means that I will no longer be able to afford this place.
Really?
Yes.
How dreadful.
Yes, it is. It means neither will you.
William, please don't bully Gabriel.
I am not bullying him. I'm merely telling him the facts.
Facts be damned, Jane.
Oh, look, I'm serious. I'm sick of looking at these pouting piranhas.
William, calm down, please. You're making a fool of yourself.
There is a meeting of the partners next week to decide the future of our company, Gabriel. Peter Marshall wishes to go out on his own and start his own factory in the East End, with my name on the letterhead.
I see. We can't have that.
No, we can't. It could be the end of everything.
You exaggerate. Peter's always crying wolf.
Not this time. Please, will you attend the meeting?
I will consider it.
It's our future, man.
If that is so, why not let Marshall go quietly away?
Yes, why not have done with him?
Because he is a founder of the company.
So? You can't force him to stay. Peter Marshall has imagination too.
Yes, indeed so. But if he sets up on his own, it could eat into Gabriel's profits as well as the rest of us.
Oh, that would be unfortunate.
Yes, it would. I want to keep everybody that founded the firm in the firm.
Just a little more profile, Janie.
And I have another request.
What is that?
That you and Janie see less of each other.
But you agreed that we enjoy Chelmsford as often as we please. That was the arrangement.
It's too distracting.
To whom?
To me.
I refuse.
What?
I refuse. I have given every waking hour to you, William, to your ideas.
My ideas? You've given nothing to my ideas.
No?
No.
Then what are the scores of times you wrote to me from London to ask my opinion on a new method of helmet making?
Helmet making? I've never written to you about helmet making.
You can't tell Gabriel and I what to do, William.
No, you can't. Anyway, why can't Ford Madox Brown or Philip Webb put up some extra money if you are so worried about Marshall leaving?
Because they don't have it. Please, Gabriel, the meeting is tomorrow week at Queen Square. Please attend it and arrive a day early if you can.
Why?
I need your opinion on something.
On what?
An experiment in colour.
Can't Edward help with that?
He doesn't have your eye for the novel and popular.
It's very inconvenient.
But if it's a winner, it could mean more fine dresses for Jane. It could even save the company.
I don't think you need me for that. Or the meeting with the partners.
Yes, I do, Gabriel, I do.
Tell me what happens afterwards.
I'd prefer it if you were there.
I'll come to London if Jane comes with me.
Absolutely not.
We need to finish our portrait. I have a dealer crying out for it.
But this is business.
Yes. Why not meet him first? You can ask his views on this revolutionary new colour. Then he can finish my portrait while you meet with Marshall and the other partners. Then meet Gabriel again after the partners' discussion. Compromise.
Yes, why not do that? Compromise.
True businessmen compromise, don't they, William?
All right, compromise.
That's settled then.
Yes, settled. You meet me at Queen Square next Tuesday at 11 o'clock, please, and don't be late.
Of course.
The partners' meeting is the following day. Well, good fortune with your latest portrait. I'm sure it will be every bit as good as all the others. Good day.
I don't know why you tolerate him.
I don't.
15 years of marriage. It would kill me.
What will you do?
At a meeting. Look interested. Nod my head a bit.
William always spoils things for us.
He's jealous.
Let's walk to the river. I need some air.
I do so love you, Janie Morris.
And I you. Oh, Gabriel, will we ever find peace here?
In Kenscott, we will have to make it so.
Mary's been telling me about her life in Cornwall.
Really? You never told me much about that.
You never ask.
Is everything all right, Mary?
Oh, yes. Just giving Rattlehead a good clean.
Rattlehead? That's a strange name for a gun.
If you're used to, you'd know why.
What are you reading, Walter?
A book of recipes.
Oh, how marvellous. A man who wants to cook.
Hallelujah! For put my saucepan down for good.
Do you have any favourites?
I love a good stew, but on the front line we don't have much choice.
When you go back, you can change all that.
How?
Then I'll choose some recipes for you. Then you can pass them on.
Well, I'm sure the boys will appreciate it, Miss Morris.
May, please. Call me May.
May.
She's neither miss nor Mrs. now. Have you ever seen a gun like this?
My father has one like it.
But does it gleam? I can see my reflection in Rattlehead.
Mary, must you talk of guns?
Would you like to hold your water?
Yes, all right.
Mary, can you put that in back in the cupboard, please?
But Walter wants to hold her.
Please, Mary.
Oh, she's got a right kick when she goes off.
Mary.
Observe, Lieutenant Aldridge. Well, do as I'm told.
Does your mother have a cookbook, Walter?
Dozens.
Study it, and then when you're ready, come back with some ideas.
Thank you, May. I will. I'd best be going.
Walter,
Yes?
I'm told you're very good at carving in stone.
Oh, I could build a wall badly.
You can do better than that, I hear.
She's been gossiping to the locals, you see.
I've heard that you're very skilled, Walter.
Well, I'm not bad at stone carving.
I'd like you to carve a memorial stone for my mother on the front wall of one of our cottages. Could you do that?
Of course.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
I'll start tomorrow. I have my own tools.
Thank you, Walter.
It would be my pleasure. Good day, ladies.
Do I get a kiss?
Of course.
He does like you, that Walter.
And I like him. He reminds me of my father. It's the eyes, they have the same twinkle in them.
And when he talks to you, they go like this.
They do not.
Oh, yes, they do.
You're
I
such-
see a bright future for you two.
You're such a tease.
He's a handsome fellow, all right. Could do worse.
You are no lover now, Mary.
Am I?
Of course you are. In the brief time I've known you, I feel sure we're excellent friends.
I'd like that.
I think I'll decorate the table with wild tulips and peonies, they were Father's favourite.
Do you think we're like wild tulips?
Yes, Mary, I rather think we are.
Don't look so morose.
I'm not morose.
Things will get better.
Oh. Damn, Rossetti, I wish I'd never been to Scotland.
If it were me, I'd have Gabriel and Jane take their sordid tryst elsewhere.
But where?
Anywhere but Kelmsford.
So she could hate me more.
She can't hate you, William. Impossible could.
Do you remember when we were young men on the quayside at Le Havre?
How can I forget?
We'd just seen all the great cathedrals in France, and we couldn't decide what to do with the rest of our lives.
And you suggested we should be clergymen.
And you said, "No, that will be a terrible waste."
Quite right. It would.
Then I said, "We must design something grand."
And we did. In the Red House.
Yes, and now here we are, years later, masters of art.
Ah, but you are the true master.
Possibly, though not at pleasing my wife.
Georgiana can be difficult too.
Oh, but she has warmth, Ned, real feminine warmth.
I have to say, I chose well in that regard.
Thank you for allowing me to confide in Georgiana. She has much wisdom.
I wish I could avail myself of it.
No, she is very wise indeed, especially when to do with matters concerning Jane.
It takes a woman to understand another.
Do you remember the height of Beauvais Cathedral's roof?
How did we get from talking about wives to cathedrals?
No. Simplicity, elegance.
No. Actually, I do remember Beauvais. You wanted to replicate it. In a Kent cornfield, wasn't it? Ludicrous idea.
Totally ludicrous.
But we did do some good work. Little houses. Little houses.
That calls for another drink. To little houses.
And the pleasing of wives, God help us. Salute.
place just here.
I see you already have a stone dedicated to your father.
Yes, and I'd like to carve one next to it for my mother.
I'm trying my best.
My mother would always describe life at Kelmscott as full of books, work and chat. I'd like it to be the same for Mary and myself.
You're very lucky
Am I right?
to have such a friend in Mary,
Yes, I suppose I am.
and to be the daughter of such illustrious parents.
No, my mother didn't seek fame. Found her poor thing.
I think if my mother were that glamorous, she would like to be remembered as the most beautiful woman of her day.
My mother paid for her beauty. I'm rather pleased I'm quite plain.
No one could describe you as that.
Oh, I think they should. Never. I also think that daughters are luckier than sons.
Do you?
Well, yes, we don't have to live up to our father's expectations.
Perhaps the duty we owe our parents should be voluntary.
Oh, yes, perhaps it should. I'm creating an archive, you know.
Archive of what?
Oh, of my father's work.
Where would you start? He created so much in his lifetime.
I begin at Vernal Wood in France.
Vernal Wood.
Yes.
Our company went through there 2 months ago. All mud and broken trees. Why would you start at Vernal Wood?
Well, my father wrote about it.
About Vernal Wood?
In a story about Geoffrey Testenoir, a Gascon knight and thief.
Sounds a bit of a devil.
Was. A charmer and a real stealer of hearts.
There's plenty of those in our regiment.
And so, we entered Vernal Wood next day, in the afternoon. Through it the highway runs, twixt copses of green hazel, very thick. And underneath, with glimmering of suns, the primroses are happy, the dews lick. My mother loved poetry. It's what drew her to my father when he was at Oxford. She thought him to be the cleverest man in the universe.
I couldn't write a poem to save my life.
Oh, you must.
There's nothing good to write about in France.
I'm sure there is. Write a poem to me every week.
What?
Oh, please, I want to receive them.
That won't be possible.
What is it, Walter?
There are some things in France that just can't be put into words.
Try. You're always very good at expressing yourself.
Some of the chaps write poems, but it's been a long time since I was at school.
Mary's father was a poet, but I think you can do better than that.
All right, I'll try.
Splendid. I shall look forward to receiving the very first one.
Well, I'll get started chipping away this mouldy stone and straighten the edges before starting on the new stone.
Excellent. I am going to be keeping you busy.
I rather think you are.
I do wish you'd sit down, Gabriel.
How much longer will you be?
You know William, once he's engaged in a project, he doesn't let up until it's finished.
What is it this time?
You'll have to ask.
It's not right, you know. Jane is very frustrated.
Oh, I can imagine.
My God, what's happened to you?
What do you mean?
You are...
Blue, I think is the word you're looking for.
Yes, but why are you blue?
I'm feeling a trifle more sad than usual today.
Is it safe to have that much dye?
I don't know. Perhaps I ought to ask my physician.
What on earth have you been doing?
I'm looking for the perfect indigo.
Indigo.
Yes, don't you like indigo?
It's not a color I would choose. Why indigo?
Due to our precarious financial situation, William wanted to experiment with a colour we've not yet fully utilised. A potential top seller.
And indigo is it?
Yes.
And this is your experiment. What do you want my opinion on?
Certainly.
It's awful.
It might work. There's a lot you can do with indigo.
My feelings entirely, yes. I'm going to experiment with the drapes at Kelmscott.
Why not a townhouse here in London?
Oh, the light's so much better at Kelmscott.
But you can't use Kempscott.
Why not?
Because Janie and I would like some privacy. We have an agreement, you and I.
Which I've honoured.
Insufficiently.
You seem to forget, Gabriel, that Kelmscott is my house. Anyway, it won't be for too long.
That's not the point.
Indigo drinks. Yes, I can see it now.
My God, the sight will kill me.
Oh, I'm sure you'll survive somehow.
And who knows? Your paintings may thrive. You may sell even more of them to the public.
And high society may be less biased towards you too. Anything's possible.
Society. Whenever did we care about that?
When our sales became effective,
And you're saying it's down to Janie and me.
well, people I've spoken to.
People. What people?
All we're asking, Gabriel, is that you and Jane should hold off for a while until our present situation improves.
Hold of what?
Seeing each other.
Why should I? When you're so intolerably vile to her.
Vile? How am I vile?
The last time you came into my studio, you said to Janie, "Cheer up, love. It may never happen."
Good Walthamstow saying that.
Well, it's not satisfactory.
Oh,
I'm sorry, Gabriel, but it was just a joke. Anyhow, Walthamstow wives are used to being insulted.
William, if you wish me to leave Kempscott, just say so.
I do not wish you to leave Kelmscott.
Then don't behave like a lunatic.
Lunatic? Am I a lunatic? Do I look like a lunatic, Ned? I just want the three of us to work together, like we used to. The Brothers Three. We used to create such wonderful things together.
it would help to have your cooperation.
Cooperation works both ways.
You have it, don't you?
And if you think seriously about investing too, that would help matters.
Ah, the real reason you wanted to see me today.
We have to know if you are with us before tomorrow's meeting.
Then you'll have to wait.
Gabriel, our case will be so much stronger if we show a united front. Oh,
Then cease your unkindness towards Jane.
On my honour, I shall not be unkind to Jane.
Your honor, the honor of a blue man.
Not blue, indigo.
I'll see you after the partners' meeting. As agreed.
it doesn't help to antagonize him, William.
I know, Ned, I'm sorry. I just can't help it.
Let's hope Jane puts him in a good mood. So he gives us a favourable answer.
The bough hung banks and the fragrance of the clover in the morning fields.
What is that?
William's description of Kelmscott.
He even writes better than I do.
Stop it, Gabriel. Don't be a bore.
You never called me that before.
You're always comparing yourself to him.
Do I?
I don't love you for being William. I love you for being you.
How are Janie and May?
Jenny's seizures are getting worse, but May as well.
Shall I tell you a story about May?
Yes. Please.
When she was 9, I asked her who was the ugliest out of 2 women of her acquaintance.
And she told you?
Yes, in the minutest detail.
That was very naughty of her.
She'll be quite a formidable young lady in years to come, and make you both very proud. Try not to get upset by William.
I try, but he gets carried away.
He feels more than most men, including me.
That's not true.
Oh, Jane, you were never meant to marry.
What else could I have done?
I'm sorry, that was a stupid thing to say.
Here before you stands the daughter of a stable groom. Yes, Gabriel, a stable groom. I would be nothing without William. I would have nothing.
My darling Janie, if only I could.
This is all we'll ever have, Gabriel.
I know my irreplaceable beauty.
Is that what you think of me? That I'm irreplaceable?
Totally.
Never let me forget it.
I won't.
What is it?
William gave himself to the study of beauty, and all I do is paint it.
I see it all the time when you paint me. This beautiful man turning and then looking away.
You think I'm beautiful?
Truly.
That's astonishing.
Oh, Gabriel, don't mock me.
No one's ever called me beautiful before. I'll have to put it in my diary.
You don't keep a diary.
Beauty is so elusive. Before I met you, I thought I knew what it was. Sometimes I am afraid of it.
Why?
In case I misrepresent it, in case I miss it. Sometimes I see it in myself, then it goes.
Poor Gabriel.
That's the complexity of art, the complexity of life.
You are at your best when you paint simply.
Am I?
Yes, when there's no pretension, no artifice.
And you can see that.
Have a good day.
And with your beauty, Janie, I'm here to capture it for all posterity.
Oh, Gabriel, I don't want posterity. I want you.
You have me, Janie,
Forever?
in all simplicity.
I'm so pleased you found something easy for the first time.
I love fresh trout.
Oh, we should put rosemary with it. Bring out the flavour.
I hope the quartermaster approves it.
I'm sure he will.
Usually we get tins of bully beef.
Well, this will cheer things up a bit, won't it?
Thank you for doing this for me.
Not at all. A man should know how to cook. Be useful. Pass me the wild mushrooms and tomatoes, would you? Now then, when you slice something up, you should always cut downwards, like this. Walter, what is it?
I've got a bad dose of the shakes. It will pass.
What can I do?
Oh, It's a shell fire. Hundreds of us have got the shakes.
Oh, Walter.
I'm such a mess. Night after night the shells come.
You're safe now.
Am I?
Yes.
It's not normally as bad as this.
Here. Hold my hands. Is that better?
Much. Some poor fellows can't control their limbs at all.
You can hold my hand as long as you need to.
May,
Yes.
I noticed that you and Mary have a vegetable garden. Will you teach me horticulture too? I'll pick it up a little at a time.
If you'd like me to.
My father doesn't have a lot of time for growing things, even with the grounds we have. He thinks that horticulture is all rather, sappy.
Sappy? The man's a genius if he thinks horticulture's sappy. Nature's sappy. The trees are sappy. They wouldn't be trees if they weren't sappy.
No, they wouldn't.
Right. Into the oven with these. Shall we have potatoes with it?
No, I think we have enough.
I wonder what Mary's up to.
She's fixing Mr. Hargreaves' threshing machine.
I bet put some bacon over the trap. Mary loves bacon.
Well, I saw Mary underneath the tractor yesterday, covered in oil, swearing and cussing away.
She's brilliant with tractors.
You could do with her at the front. There's so many busted tanks, she'd be in her element. I do love it here at Camscott, May. I hope I can visit always.
As often as you like, Walter.
It's such a happy place.
And when you finish my mother's memorial stone, you'll be even happier.
I don't think I've met anyone as inspirational as you.
Inspirational, really?
Everything you've done in your life, especially starting the Women's Institute in Camscott.
Not the arts and crafts movement, or my support of the suffragettes.
Mother says that the WI has made a huge difference to Camscott life.
I am pleased, but really, I just do what I love.
And Aunt Beatrice's life was completely changed by your demonstration of spinning.
Was it?
Oh yes, she didn't know the first thing about spinning, but you can make anything now. Bed covers, table linen, even small tapestries.
A very versatile aunt.
You must meet her one day.
I'd be delighted to meet your Aunt Beatrice.
Well, I've made a square in the cottage wall to fit the memorial stone into.
Excellent.
It's the right measurement. Have you ordered the stone?
Oh yes, Cotswold.
Oh, splendid. I can't wait to start shaping it, if my hands will let me. Oh gosh, start it again.
There's no hurry, Walter. No hurry at all.
Thank you for coming so promptly, Gabriel.
Least I could do. After all, time is money.
Yes,
Well, what did the partners say?
yes, so we'll take a drink and have a seat.
That bad is it?
Yes, well, as you know, things haven't been going as well lately. Our orders are down and our competitors are getting their products to the marketplace quicker than we are.
So what can we do?
We need more passion.
So will the other partners supply it?
Paul Maddox Brown says no. He feels he has contributed enough.
But he would be interested in a restructuring of the board.
And Peter Marshall?
He still wants to go out on his own. He wants new challenges.
Then let him have them.
Not with my name on the letterhead.
William, be flexible. What harm can it do?
It's my reputation, Gabriel.
All right. So why not let Peter Marshall go with a handsome sum to assist his new venture and, for the benefit of Maddox Brown, redraw the board structure?
Because it's my company and I do not wish that to happen.
What else can he do?
Appeal to you to help me find a better way.
I am an artist, William, not a businessman.
You're a businessman when it suits you.
What William is trying to say, Gabriel, is that because we three have been the nucleus of moral Forest Marshal for our company, he would like us to preserve the integrity of it. The collective genius, if you like.
I thought the only genius here was William Morris.
Oh, come on, old chap, don't be petty.
I'm not being petty, it's true.
I just have ideas, that's all.
Yes, but you don't include us in them. That's why Peter Marshall wants to go it alone. And why Ford Madox Brown won't put up any more cash.
For heaven's sake. But was it not 11 years ago that our company secured our £150 worth of orders for stained glass and furnishings at the International Exhibition and won 2 gold medals? Was that not the case, gentlemen?
Quite correct.
And how do you think we were so well placed to reap such a harvest?
I'm not disputing that. It's the manner of your stewardship that I'm questioning.
The manner of it? How could you object to a full order book, money in the bank, and all the largesse that can bring?
None. But sometimes I too would like a greater say in those decisions.
You have it, don't you?
Tell him the truth, mate. You're his best friend.
All I know is we have to get this right. We could be ruined otherwise.
Why don't you and Ned be joint partners with him? Run it between you.
Ned can't match Ford and Peter's income.
Then get some new investors. New faces are always good.
New faces disrupt.
They might just save you.
This is what I wanted. It isn't what I wanted.
Steady, old friend.
"12 years we've been together. 12 years. Creative family.
That's not possible, is it?
I shall have to make Peter and Madox Ford an offer of settlement. 12 years. I can scarcely believe it. 12 years we've been together.
What kind of offer are you prepared to make, William?
£1,000.
Can you include me in that too?
Deserting the sinking ship, are you?
I feel as though I have done my time.
You make it sound like a prison sentence.
Could you make it 2,000?
Huh?
I'd like to become more independent. Sell more paintings if I can.
£1,000 is the offer. Take it or leave it.
All right, 1,000 is.
This is the saddest day of my life, gentlemen. The saddest day.
I would like to continue working at Kempscott if I may.
Very well, but at an increased rent of 15 shillings per week.
15 shillings, but that's...
To be paid promptly at the end of each week. I think that concludes our business, gentlemen.
Good reason. Useful.
Oh, Ned, the circle is broken. The magic circle is broken.